just want to see some more.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. One step from playing in the AFC title game. This divisional round contest is on. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They send a man in motion. Second and 8. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly considered too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Chris Braswell there for the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Here's the handoff. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That one ends up a gain of 6. And they're going to have a 1st down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Couldn't connect there. Incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Looking for a throw here. Pass into the hands of Devontae Walker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Offense up to the line fast.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Back to the well again. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Working quickly here.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
Another carry for him. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Not trying to do too much there. Short yardage situation. Just make sure you get to the marker and reset those chains.
First down, ball at the 36. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Offense in the hurry up here.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Whatever could go wrong for him so far certainly has. And so many times when we see a QB throw an interception early, it just starts to get in your head. That little seed of doubt, that little thought that you got to flush of, oh, what's going to happen next? Because then you hold the ball, and you hold the ball in this league, and you get sacked.
And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. The route's just not deep enough. You needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Burrow setting up the play action. They get to him and bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. The Bengals send out the punting unit. Picked up at the 38. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They give it to him again. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. 7-3 is our score. We'll return with more NFL action right after this. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll give him a 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing now on 1st down. And the deep ball falls incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Give now to the running back. Cuts it to the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. He was looking for TJ Hawkinson. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Chased out to him. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they're going to have to regroup after this one. Offense up to the line fast. Here he is on 3rd and long. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. Here's Jake Moody for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Moody knocks it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Starting at the 10.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Completes this one to Chase. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Working quickly here. From just shy of midfield on second down. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. First down, Burrow to throw. Brought in by Chase near the sideline. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Dumped off. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the defense.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
They go play action on first. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A 9-yard loss. It's now second and 19 at the 23-yard line.
Trying again following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Finds him on the slant. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Australia. These guys probably getting their punt team ready to go. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Trying to push this past the marker. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. To throw it on first down. Pass complete to Walker. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They'll run here on first down. Still has room inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And in for the touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the champ for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. Ooh, incomplete there on 2nd down, but boy, a risky throw on a check down of all things. Nearly picked off and headed the other way.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
On 1, ready?
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Quick throw right side. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, sit on the bench to get their breath. And now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Launches one deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll motion him out of the backfield. This throw is caught. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
One after, up and good by McPherson. And they'll take the lead.
14, Dragons 13.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Back to throw it. Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
Jake Moody.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense up to the line fast. From the 37. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. McPherson to add the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals grow their lead to 8. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Now a give left side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Back to pass on first and 10. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a nice completion from the rookie passer out of Texas. Good for a first down, too.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here. They'll try and punch it in. Has them the touchdown. The Dragons start the second half with some needed points. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Offense not going anywhere. They want to.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They give it to the back of his own read. And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. All right, partner, let's be clear. No one sends their offense out for 2 saying, hey, I want you to throw a check down to the back.
Never seen it in any playbook, Kate.
But sometimes you're left with no choice once the play begins, right?
That's right. When your top options disappear, just get in somebody's hand. Keep the play alive. But the defense, well, they did their part.
First and 10 now from the 30. Running this one left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
From the 34. One pass brought in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. You get a pick-6. You get a pick-6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick-6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Frying Ford on the ground. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that two-point attempt. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Return starts at the 3. Returns looking good so far. And he goes out of bounds to hand them excellent field position up across the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
After the pick, here's Burrow again. Dumps it off to his running back. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. New set of downs for him from the 46. Man in motion here. On first down, here's Burrow. This one taken in by Chase. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Quick to the left, it's caught. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Bengals. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down, and they go right back to him. Has another lane. Is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a third-quarter lead. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals push their lead to 3. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Hand off to the back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Working quickly here.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Back to the well again. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. 2 yards. yards on the pickup, and it'll give him a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10 from the 41. Back to throw. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Trying the right side. He's contained at the line for no gain. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. Second and 10 now. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. Dropping back to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here's Jake Moody for the field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. Plowing up the middle. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Brought in right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. Only one quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. It's the Bengals with it, one quarter from continuing their postseason run. They have themselves another first and 10. Burrow setting up the play action. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one misses the tight end. So second down coming up. Running back sent in motion. On second and 10, Burrow again. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. So now it's going to be third and long.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
They send the tight end in motion. On third down, here's Burrow. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Ja'Marr Chase touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll throw on 1st. Has the connection to Hopkinson. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Looking to his fullback now. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Complete out to the right. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Back now, pressure on its way. That's caught for the 1st. And he gets this forward to the 19. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the red zone now. And a man is there to knock that away. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it sets up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Throw caught at the 6. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Dragons make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he elects not to bring this one out, so no run back, and we'll pick things up from the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. to him. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Burrow now against a blitz. That's complete to Musgrave. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5. Putting a receiver in motion. He'll throw it. Finds his man Chase. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now a give running right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Back-to-back carries here. He still has room inside the 30. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. Working quickly here.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss.
He was taken down.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Melbourne.
A loss of a yard.
Dragons down by only 3.
At the Bengals' 26-yard line.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Able to find Hawkinson. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
We like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Give now to the running back. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards in 2nd and goal. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Time runs down.
1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
All movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Opportunity here for this defense if they can make this stop on 3rd and goal. Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So now, here's 3rd and goal. To throw. Has it down close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Here he is to throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential 1st down.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Thrown back, it's the handoff. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you can feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.